Can everyone leave me alone now? Why are you looking at me like that, Leroy? Shaking your head. Come on, dude.
Because you want it to just go away. This isn't going to go away till next basketball season.
Dude, this is not fair. I'm not to be blamed for any rift. I don't want Jimmy Butler to go anywhere. I want him to retire with the Miami Heat. I'd give him the $60 million. I'd be a terrible GM. I say he gives me the goosies. I like the laughter. You know? Now, Tyler Hero's another story. I'm a little fed up with him. I got to be honest with you.
Well, here's the deal. I told
rats
you.
off a ship?
You can't be rats off a ship because nobody wanted him.
Nobody wants him. Nobody wants him, dude.
Yes.
Wants him, dude.
No.
Maybe like Utah for a bag of chips.
Dude, I'm telling you, the biggest
Chicago?
Here.
Might need D Wade to save us again and be like, hey, Danny,
Please.
Danny Ainge, please take Tyler Hero.
The biggest thing when the offseason was presenting itself, as far as trades to get other people, is nobody wanted Tyler Hero.
Yep.
I mean, the problem was not that.
Well, nobody wanted Tyler Hero apparently for Dame.
Exactly.
I mean, there was reports that people would give up a first round pick for him. Now I don't know what. Now like you might be in Jordan Poole territory where you got to give something to get rid of him.
I mean, I'll take scraps.
You'll take scraps.
I'll take scraps.
You'll take scraps.
I'll take okay. Would you consider Caruso scraps?
No, I think Caruso's a nice player.
But I would consider Tyler Hero's upside bigger than Caruso's. Like we know what Caruso is. Maybe Tyler Hero. So I'd do that trade, for example, and I'll take a Caruso.
Here's Pat on Tyler Hero yesterday.
What you guys learned about
40
him?
When he played 42 games this year. Yeah. Well, he's been fragile a little bit, and broke his hand last year in the playoffs. He had some injuries, earlier in his career, and there isn't anybody who works, harder at his game. And Spo's correct. He works and puts the time in. He put the time in the weight room. So how does he keep his calorie intake? And he might have to go to another level nutritionally. He's gotten stronger, but as the season progresses, you lose some of that. You don't pound the iron like you do, in the off season. But he's got to make some adjustments, definitely.
Alonzo Mourning would be disgusted. Alonzo Mourning's always pounding the iron.
I feel like you have to, dude.
Always
he's right. You're
iron,
constantly
dude.
running. You're
always clanging and banging, dude.
He's a big though. It's different for bigs.
I think Giselle loves the Iron Paradise.
Yeah.
That's why the weight room's named after him.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Makes sense though, for sure.
I'm pretty sure that like Alonzo Mourning wakes up and just chews iron.
Yeah.
That's what he does. He's tough, dude. Tough. He's tough.
I've seen what you chew when you get up. It ain't pretty.
Everything. According to him, the entire breakfast
Dude,
buffet.
Can I just say this? We went into that buffet, and I looked at Tobin, and I said, "My friend, I'm winning today."
Leroy, did he tell you guys yesterday he salad shamed people?
He did. He did.
Hey, wait a minute.
You kidding?
Wait. These two black dudes went way over in the corner, and they filled up a whole plate with salad. And they walked by me, and I'm like, who the hell are y'all kidding? You don't go to no buffet and get a salad.
No, not no $40.
He said, I'm going to start with a salad. No, you not. You ain't going to get them unless you get them with me.
Headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck 2%. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Warner Brother.
Oh,
he says, Pat said no major changes. Who are you fooling, Pat? Look at the Timberwolves. They look like they're going to win their first championship.
Dude.
Hey, let me just tell you something right now. The one thing that I don't want to, I can't accept as truth because I'll be furious, and I think all Heat fans will be.
Yeah. Rudy Gobert?
No. It has nothing to do with the Wolves. You see, there was a lot of talk yesterday about, we got to go into deep dives. We have to look into a lot of things. We got to get control of the things we can control. And we got to, wonder about the trainers or outside sources, and maybe major changes aren't needed. And, only 6 out of the 8 teams that are in the tax are even left in the playoffs. Hey, man.
No, 6 of the 8. No, 6 of the
6
8
are out of the
teams are
playoffs.
out of the playoffs.
Out of the playoffs. The only teams that are left are Denver, who are down 0-2, and Boston. Let me just say this, Pat, Mickey, Spo, I got your deep dive for you. This thing, what you just did, wasn't good enough. Major changes needed. If you're coming back with the same core, then you're wasting a lot of study time this offseason. It's a waste. If guys are going to continually miss games, the same guys are going to miss games every single year, you think it's because they're taking the wrong smoothie? You think they're doing the wrong band exercises as opposed to what you guys are given? Nah, guys are who they are. Enough of it already. You can't tell me that you can run back the same roster. If you try and sell that to the fans again, another year running it back, you might as well just blow it up. You might as well, because you're going to bang your head against the wall here with the same issues that were here this year. We're going to be here the next May talking about the same damn thing, because everyone's just going to be a year older, a year richer, a year madder. Spo, I mean, he's going to be a silver fox like Pat Riley. He's going to be so stressed. No, none of that nonsense. All right? Garbage. I don't want to hear no major changes are needed. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no.
After getting waxed like that this year, another year wheezing in the play-in?
Maybe he just means that we're just one addition away.
I'm hoping it's just posturing. I'm going to give you a posture pass. But if your actions back up your words.
What does that mean?
Well, like if you're just posturing, like you're just doing it for, negotiations, or you're just trying to make yourself look strong. You want to look strong in negotiation, posturing, right? So I'll give you a posture pass.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something right now, dude. If we actually go to another year, no major changes, big mistake.
No, for real, that's a
big mistake. Because you can sit here, you can tell, because I'll tell you right now, you can tell Jimmy Butler to shut up all you want.
Yeah.
But that's ridiculous. Your actions need to be louder than his words.
Ooh.
I'm out of here with this, dude.
Oh. So I mean, it seems like you're kind of not
he
putting
doesn't
Godfather on notice.
In other words, and correct me if I'm wrong, you will have your captain's hat on for a substantial amount of time in the off season.
What? Yes, dude. I'm spending the entire offseason on a boat.
Hey,
he did say he had his sea legs
you
back.
Kidding me? No major changes are needed. You just spent the entire press conference ripping half of your salary cap. No major changes are needed. You high? Of course major changes are needed.
So,
I think you know that. That's why I think it's a posture pass,
So can I interest you in a big and then move Bam to the 4?
Sure. I'm up for all new ideas.
See what I'm saying? Because it gives you more size. It gives you a perimeter defender, and he doesn't have to. Because I'm telling you, and Tobin, you can attest to this. When Bam first got into the league, I said, I think he's going to be another Siakam. And I see what he's doing on the perimeter, shooting the 3, backing people down in the paint, perimeter defender. And I'm like, that's what Bam is going to be. I've been saying that since day one. So, if we get a big, move Bam to the 4, how much better does that make your team as far as having some more size, still having guys who can play in the paint?
If you care about him as a player, you got to stop putting 6'4" guys next to him. Jovic was a nice little find, but obviously Spo's got to really trust him, which I don't know that he does. But
you ain't got no choice when everybody's hurt.
But yeah, you can't be. I understand. But I'm just saying, like, you gotta reconstruct some things. Like, it just, to think that this MASH unit is gonna put it all together. Come on, man.
They're thinking like he's
and,
you.
And
want.
by the way,
so let me get this straight. You have finally come to the conclusion that you can't keep sitting around hoping for guys to get it done, like you've been doing with me, and I've been bitching and complaining to you about.
I mean, it was only this year they didn't really get it done.
No, but I'm just saying. You the whole time you're like, oh, don't worry, they'll get it. They'll get it. So now you're done with that.
I mean, I'm done with certain aspects of it. Especially one who likes to like tweets about how he's a starter.
Dude, let me tell you something.
Let me ask you something.
Whoa. Let me say this first.
No, let me say something
We've
first.
seen your handles as a starter. They pineappled your ass. He was yelling his safe word. They were picking him up full court. Right? And he got a little Ekblad in him on the other side.
Oh. What? I would kill for him to have some Ekblad. That's how bad he is. Oh. Ridiculous, dude.
Right. Got a question for you guys.
What's up?
Not to look too far ahead, but I checked to see where the Miami Heat are slated for the NBA draft. Somewhere around 15. And they have potentially available at 15 Purdue's 7'4" center, Zach Edey. That's something that tickle your fancy?
Not really.
No,
not really.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Why not?
I guess not.
Why? I don't know. Just doesn't tickle my fancy.
You know what's crazy? Wasn't he back-to-back player of the year?
Yes, indeed. The National College Player of the Year 2023 and 24. Tobin, unimpressed.
And he's gonna fall all the way to 15.
What does that tell you?
Oh,
well, listen. All the teams that picked before him, they already got a big. Miami is the one of the few teams in the NBA that don't have a true big, a true center.
I don't like you saying he's not a true center because he can stop every center in the league.
Who? Bam?
Bam.
No, I'm not here, dude. To best help this team, Bam's ass can't be stuck in the paint. He's better than that, is what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying, but I also don't like what you're saying because I think you're saying some things that aren't.
So you think this team is best off having Bam with a foot in the paint all game? No. That guy's as athletic and as mobile as anybody else on the floor, and you got him playing center.
Just make him a 3.
No.
Why not? Put Jovic at the 4, and then you get your little precious center.
Ooh. So where we putting Bam?
Put him at the 3.
Then that means Jimmy's gone.
Yeah, make Jimmy the point guard. Now we're talking big. Yep, and then Duncan Robinson.
No. If you do that,
but not Edey. I don't want him. I don't like his
face.
What you just said?
I don't like his face. He looks confused all the time.
He does.
He's very confused.
How tall is he?
He's a 7'4".
He's 7'4". That's why he looks awkward. What about the giant windsock in San Antonio? He looks awkward. Hell, I saw him fall down on his own.
Normal face, though. Normal face. This guy.
He looks 12.
True.
Congrats on the Rookie of the Year, by the way, Wemby.
Yeah, I mean, a little much, though, NBA. A little much. I don't think I saw you do that to any other.
He was unanimous.
Yeah, but I mean, you're going to have all these NBA stars talk to him?
Well, here's the deal. They said he's the first player to have 250 blocks and 100 threes.
Yeah.
That's good. Crazy. Now, he might have shot 700 threes, but he made 100.
I'm pretty sure everybody just didn't vote for Chet also just because of that stupid commercial. They're like sick of him.
Oh, that commercial didn't do him no favors.
Sick of him, dude. Enough of them already.
Listen, don't get that stink that's been on you all day. Try to put it on me.
It's not fair. I don't deserve stink on me.
You know what you did,
I didn't do anything. Just because Pat Riley told Jimmy Butler to shut up.
You've been trying. Wait, you've been trying because guess what? Even last night, he came in hot on Ekblad. Oh, you tried to do
he deserved it. He deserved it, though.
Everything. And you don't?
No. What did I do?
You're the reason why the Heat going to break up.
I'm not the reason they're going to
break up the band.
Jimmy Butler had said, if he was healthy, that Boston would have gone home. I know it's tough to live in hypotheticals, but if he was able to play and Terry was able to play, did you feel like the gulf has gotten way too big with you in Boston, or if you had your guys, that it might have been more competitive?
We played, I've been involved in competition in the playoffs against certain opponents that turned into hate. I mean, even since we've been here, I mean, I hate to use that word, but the competition gets so tough that you don't like one another. And so we played Boston 4 times, I think, in the playoffs since Jimmy's been here. So, you do develop some dislike for the other team, but they are this year, I think, the best team in the league with the best roster in the league. They made some great moves. Brad Stevens did a great job in getting Holiday and Porzingis. They built their bench a little bit differently.
Oh.
And, for him to say that, I thought, is that Jimmy trolling or is that Jimmy serious? If you're not on the court playing against Boston or on the court playing against the New York Knicks, you should keep your mouth shut in your criticism of those teams.
Dude, this is not my fault. This is not my fault.
You guys let me just say this. Let me just say this. What Pat Riley said before the Jimmy stuff is a hard thing to admit.
Of course.
Right? And I say that to you all the time.
Mm-hmm.
The hardest thing for a fan to say is that team was better than my team. I say that to you all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Pat Riley pretty much just admitted that.
Yeah.
To a team in a franchise he does not like.
Hates him.
But as a competitor, you got to deal with that. That's what's going to drive Pat in the future with the decisions that he's going to have to make, because he's looking at Boston and he's looking at Porzingis and Jaylen Brown and he's looking at Mike White and he's looking at
Derek.
Derek. I don't call him Mike White all the time, the quarterback.
That's the Dolphins.
Right? And Jason Tatum.
I wish
right? And he's looking at all these guys and he's like, I have to find a team to compete with that. And that's the truth of it. And that's the fact of the matter. Okay? So how is he going to get from here to there?
D. Matthews puts it well where he says, Tobin tried bringing the silly sauce, but got real sauce instead.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I wanted.
Hey, Pat, put some barbecue sauce on them ribs. Sweet and spicy.
I didn't even know Pat Riley knew the word trolling.
He knows everything.
He knows everything, dude.
He knows everything, dude. He knows everything. Yes, but it's one of these things where, like, I think that Jimmy Butler was walking off the court last year, like going down the tunnel, like past the press room, and he was going, best player in the world is back.
Yeah.
Like this is a man who is very, very confident, but I think is also maybe bought into the mythology a little bit. And I think Pat Riley's saying
that's like, okay. I tell you that all the time. You got to go on the floor believing that you are the best. If you can't, you ain't going to play to any level close to that you can.
But you can't just expect you're going to roll out of bed and be that. And I think that's
did.
Well, yeah, I'm me.
You did.
Okay, but I'm not Pat Riley.
No. You thought Jimmy was going to do it.
And I was loud right last year.
Okay, but oh my God. Do you not understand why I get so mad at you? You're gonna keep paying Jimmy in hopes that he rolls out of bed and gets.
I would definitely keep paying Jimmy. I love Jimmy Butler. I want Jimmy Butler.
No, listen.
I also want to be clear.
You loving Jimmy Butler and me loving Jimmy Butler has nothing to do with what we're talking about. That's the problem.
I also want to be clear that I do not want him to keep his mouth shut. I like when Jimmy Butler talks his bleep all the time. And also,
you're impossible.
How am I impossible?
Because you confuse the two, right?
What am I confusing?
Our appreciation and love for Jimmy is something different than Jimmy the basketball player.
I just don't want to.
Okay. And I keep asking you, is it that time? Is it that time? You know what? When you get 30 plus years old, sometimes that time never comes.
Sometimes.
And your ass is going to pay somebody $60 million.
Sometimes you just need to rewind the watch,
No!
Like take it to the clock, just tighten it up a little bit, baby.
D-Wade did that. And Pat Riley said, no, thank you.
Yes, you're right. That happened.
Now.
He's done that with all of his guys. He's never been afraid. Okay. Look, Pat Riley has never, ever been afraid to call out his best player. Never.
Right.
Never happened.
Right. And so I say this.
Never happened in the history of Pat Riley.
Is any you think after what he said about Jimmy, going to turn around and give him $60 million?
It seems like he's not keen on that right now.
Right. Okay. Would you? Would you?
Well, I mean, if I would be
okay, here. You say yes. And I would say based on what?
Based on Jimmy Butler?
Yeah. What do you
What's
base
the better
on?
option? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
No, we don't know that. But you don't have to pay him $60 million right now.
You don't. But I don't want to hurt his feelings. He's a nice guy.
Ooh, I almost cussed. Dude, y'all know what was coming. F them feelings. You think Pat Riley ever gave a damn about feelings before now?
Definitely not.
Okay. He can't. Because he would be doing this team a disservice to pay somebody on feelings.
Dade South says, fan with good access is why Tobin gets attached to certain players. Look, I'm not a fan with good access.
Yes,
I don't
you are.
appreciate it. No, I
Yes,
don't
you
appreciate
are.
you saying that. How
Yes, you
am
are.
I? Look, let me get this straight. Hold on. I walk in there and I'm apparently goading Pat Riley into things, but I'm also just a fan with good access. That's not fair.
You're a fan of Jimmy Butler. First name you mentioned, you didn't ask Pat Riley a question about Pat Riley. You asked him about Jimmy Butler.
Of course I'm going to ask him about Jimmy Butler.
Okay.
Who doesn't love Jimmy Butler?
And again, Jimmy the person, Jimmy the act, Jimmy the guy we love. But Pat Riley is only concerned with Jimmy Butler, the basketball player.
I think he has.
Now, and I'm going to ask you this. What can we count on from Jimmy Butler in the next 2 or 3 years? Do you know?
No, you don't. In fact, you'd probably be...
So if you're building a team and trying to win a championship because you're 80, can you go into a year with, I don't know. No.
But I have less questions about him than I do other pieces on the roster.
Oh, and then those are the, well, listen, can I just say this? Pat Riley has given contracts in the last 5 or 6 years to guys that nobody wanted.
That's fair. Some big mistakes.
Right. And so I think at some point he's going to sit down and he's going to say these words. I'm all about heat culture, but I need buckets.
Jimmy Buckets.
No, yeah, we need... Marcos, here's what I need you to do for the rest of the
Why are you looking at me like that?
Marcos, here's what I need you to do. I need to keep your trigger finger ready because this dude here is working on something.
Ooh, not working on anything.
You are, man.
Everybody's mad at me.
No, everybody, you know what? Everybody's trying to talk some sense into you and be reasonable about it. You want to make big changes. Okay, what change you want to make? There we go. What changes? What changes?
I want to find a much better solution than Tyler Hero.
So that's it?
I think it's a big part of it, yeah.
Think Milwaukee will take Tyler?
Here's the deal.
Hometown?
Here's the deal. There'll be more changes than that because you might have a hard time getting rid of Tyler Hero because nobody needs a 2. Everybody needs a point guard, and Tyler can't play point guard.
Okay.
So, again, you don't want to give up Jovic. You don't want to give up Jaime.
Oh, I can be talked into giving up Jovic and Jaime. You don't want to give them up.
No, I don't.
I would be talking.
I'm looking at all these other teams in the league, and they all have a player like Jovic, and they all have a player like Jaime. And you think you could just go find another one? That's the mystery of all this. No, you can't.
Okay,
you can't.
All right. Well, I mean, Jovic was, first of all, I don't know how much the coach is going to trust Jovic by next year. He was playing him like
20.
Don't yell at me. Yell at Spo. He's the one playing.
Guy playing the way he has this year at 20.
Leroy, fine, dude. Fine, Leroy. But in the playoffs, he's paying Patty Mills more than him. So talk to Spo about it. He didn't trust him. He's playing a 6'2" Australian guy more than he is Jovic.
But he's still he's still 20.
Dude, fine. He'll be 21 next year, and Eric Spoelstra's still going to trust a 37-year-old over him.
You've seen the growth from 19 to 20.
I've seen growth.
Okay.
But to say that he's untouchable when he's getting more minutes, when he's getting less minutes than a dude who's washed and can't make a bucket, you can either have an issue with the coach of that or not, but that doesn't make you untouchable. Sweetener.
Okay. Like, again, I'm looking at the guy.
I love the player, but he's not untouchable. There's only one. There's one guy on this team who's untouchable.
Bam.
That's it. That's it.
Okay.
Jimmy's untouchable because I don't think anyone's trading for him. I don't think anybody's trading for him.
And that means Tyler's untouchable because we already tried that.
Well, they'd have to get crafty with that. But I would like that to be.
Tyler's a throw-in.
Sweetener.
Wow. Sweetener. Did I just say this? That dude's sweetener changes every year. Last year was Jaime and Jovic.
Sweetener,
right? This year, we're going with a little almond milk.
Sweetener.
So here's the deal.
Focal point of trade.
Here's the deal.
Yeah.
Where Jovic is right now at 20, right? At that size and that ability to handle the ball and shoot the three, in 3 years or in 2 years, he's going to be a player, right? And to trade that, and keep in mind, the only thing you're trading for is bona fide scores right now. You ain't trading for prospects. You got to have some of those guys on your team. You have to. You can't just scrap all of your youth. Everybody on the team is damn old. Have you seen some of the players in the league right now in the playoffs? They're all these teams are young.
Leroy, if Cleveland asked for Nikola Jovic for Donovan Mitchell, and he played 15 minutes a playoff game, and Donovan Mitchell is winning playoff series by himself, you got to make the trade, dude.
I know. I'm not
Hurts.
stupid. I'm not stupid.
Hurts.
Okay.
I don't want to.
I'm not stupid. But can you throw in a Mobley?
You want a little sweetener?
Yeah. I want some dark. I want some caramel.
I think your sweetener might be getting Max Strus back. I think that's your sweetener.
Really?
I don't think they're giving up Mobley.
I mean,
we'll take a break. We're way over. We'll take a break. Damage is done, my friend. Great game for today.
Yes.
What do you got for damage is done, Leroy?
You.
Why?
Yeah, that makes sense right there.
You went to the Pat Riley. You left work early
to do more work.
To go to the Pat Riley presser.
Work, all right.
Right? And you treated it like the January 6th happened.
What?
Yes. You went there, started a ruckus, and then said, it wasn't me. I told them to be nice.
You're comparing to what I did of potentially breaking up the Heat to overthrowing democracy?
Okay.
Ruckus, dude.
Did you see what you started between Pat Riley and Jimmy Butler?
So let me get this straight. You're comparing me to the guy with the horns who walked into Congress with a spear?
You walked in with some samurai sword. And then lie about it and say, no, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
What I meant.
Too late.
I thought Pat Riley would have gotten a good chuckle over it.
Chuckle? Did that man look like he was chuckling? No.
Not in a chuckling mood, dude.
Does chuckling say, shut up? Does chuckling say that?
You sipped tequila at 2 a.m. at 80.
Right.
Oh, he's 80?
Well, he's going to be 80.
Looks good.
79.
So.
I think this is unfair. I'm taking too much blame.
You went in there, and I think that's why you drove down there. He went, let me tell you, Marcos, let me tell you about my guy. He went down there because he knew he had a heater.
I didn't have a heater.
He knew he had a heater. Ooh,
that wasn't even the question I was going to ask.
I know, but you said somebody already asked my break them in question. So I got to throw the fastball right away. And you threw it, and now all of a sudden,
I wouldn't say I was in I wasn't in the top of the rotation. Like I was more like Burke Badenhop. Like some pitches had already been thrown in this, and they just needed some long innings to get back to the
so
question.
you were the setup guy?
Kind of, yeah. I was like a setup guy.
So you asked the question that spurned on 75 other questions.
I'm kind of like the submarine pitcher. They're like, oh, I didn't see that one coming. So you get like one batter that's off balance.
I think you went there with your one question.
I did not go there to cause chaos. I did not mean to cause national headlines.
Hold on.
I didn't mean to do.
At what point are we not going to believe you when you say it every year? Every year you say that's not what I was. My intentions were not to get this done.
I didn't. Well, the last time it was kind of, the thing is, it's kind of the similar question that I asked the last time when Pat Riley was in the midst of a national controversy when he had to put out a statement that had said the asterisk isn't on the Lakers, the asterisk is on us. Because the last time I asked him, I said, Pat, have you thought that you guys might have had a chance in this series if you had Goran and Bam healthy?
You always do that. It's the same setup. Oh, next year he gonna say, "Oh, you're the injury question guy."
No, that's not fair.
Okay, let's just read. Let's just read. Okay, last questions were with what 2 injuries?
Goran and Bam.
And what were the questions this year?
Terry and Jimmy.
You know what?
Okay, yeah.
Now that I think about it, if you throw in the Jake Paul thing, that was a hypothetical too, wasn't it? Like, can you take them both on at the same time?
He said that already.
Dude, you're a one-trick pony. Pony's what you do.
Ruckuses, man.
All these hypotheticals causing ruckuses.
I've been fighting guys like you my whole career. The startup guys.
I'm not a startup guy.
Oh,
I'm not a fire starter. That's not my style. All right. I'm not a fan with good access. Nor, I would not consider you guys don't consider me a journalist. I mean, I guess I wouldn't consider myself a journalist either, but I'm not a pot stirrer either.
What?
What? I'm not a pot stirrer, dude.
Wait. You go to the presser with a spoon, one of them big ladles. Here we go. Hey, Jimmy said if he was playing in paprika, little salt and pepper, he said we would win. What do you think of that? You think you're closer or farther away from? Now, the reason why Pat Riley is mad, because he know he far as hell away from the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
He know this.
I know.
So you know this too.
That was the point of my question, though. Like, I don't know if he knows that.
Say it.
Well, the last time that I asked a question like that, he said asterisk.
And this time, he told his star player to shut up.
Big mistake.
And you don't think you brewing something? You don't think you cooking a soup or a big pot of gumbo or something like that? The way you stir it up?
I'm not a pot stirrer, dude.
What? You're not a pot stirrer, then how come every time you ask a damn question, First Take is talking about it?
Dade South says Tobin is the bald guy from Game of Thrones with his little birds.
Oh, who's that? What do they call him? Littlefinger?
Is that Forrest? No, Littlefinger is also a schemer, though.
Yeah, that's what you are. You got ulterior motives to asking questions. And then you try to look. Did he say, that wasn't my intent? I wasn't doing that.
It wasn't my intent.
Oh, hypothetical toes.
What's your damage done?
Oh, well, I mean, you're definitely an honorary damages done. I mean, you have to be. Everyone's damages done. If you are a Heat fan, Tobin has to be your damages done. Just simply off of yesterday, May 6th will forever be the day that the SS Jimmy Butler hit an iceberg named Brendan Tobin. And it is slowly sinking, leading towards the demise.
I mean, I love Jimmy Butler.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Let me ask you this. If things don't work out between Jimmy Butler and the Heat, where do you think everybody's going to go?
I mean, I hope not me. I mean,
no, you know damn well where they going.
I hope not me.
If Tobin would have just kept his mouth shut and stopped trying to go at Pat Riley with the
he was already, Jimmy. I think Jimmy was already riled. He wasn't going to get his money. I mean, yes, it wasn't was it the harshest, most biting comment? I mean, it's up for debate. I mean, he also called Tyler Hero fragile.
And is he
Reflection.
Is he not?
Oh, he's Mr. Glass.
But he also said he's a starter.
Ugh.
Which, first of all, if I'm not mistaken, that's a determination that Spo would make.
Yeah, he's a starter, all right. First team all tweeter.
See, you're lashing out again.
I'm not lashing out.
Now you're dragging Tyler.
But he got Udonis Haslem in trouble. I'm mad at Tyler Hero.
Well, guess what? UD was not wrong.
He wasn't wrong, but he still got reprimanded.
Everybody looked at me when I was crazy when I said it.
Talk about that coming up.
I asked over and over again. I asked everybody we talk about the Heat, would the Heat be better off if Tyler Hero came off the bench? And everybody said no. But now looking at it in hindsight, yes, the team would be better. It's about the team. It's not about Tyler.